heat stress and heat strain on page 214 of the TLV and BEI ACGIH book for 2016. The goal of this TLV is to maintain core body temperature within plus 1 degree C of normal, 37 degrees Celsius. Heat stress is the net heat load to which a worker may be exposed from the combined combinations of metabolic heat, environmental factors, and clothing requirements. A mild or moderate heat stress may cause discomfort and may adversely affect performance and safety, but is not harmful to health. As the heat stress approaches human tolerance limits, the risk of heat-related disorders increases. Heat strain is the overall physiological response resulting from heat stress. Let's go ahead and move on to the next page. So we're looking at a couple different things. There's a table here, clothing adjustment factors. Work clothing, normal work clothing, woven material coveralls have a 0 addition to the wet bulb temperature. Double layer woven clothing, 3. Polypropylene coveralls, 0.5. Polyolefin coveralls, 1. Limited use vapor barrier coveralls, 11. So it's pretty high there. Wet bulb globe temperatures, the WBGT, with direct exposure to sunlight equals 0.7 times temperature of the NWB plus 0.2 temperature of G plus 0.1 the temperature of dB. Without exposure to the sun, WBGT equals 0.7 times T of the NWB plus 0.3 times the temperature of the G. Temperature of G is globe temperature. TNWB is the natural wet bulb temperature, sometimes called the NWB. And then the T of the dB is the dry bulb temperature. Okay, let's move on. Guidelines for limiting heat stress. Sustained heart rate is in excess of 180 beats per minute minus the individual's age in years. Body core temperature is greater than 38.5 degrees C. That's 101.3 degrees Fahrenheit. Or greater than 38 degrees C, 100.4 degrees Fahrenheit in unselected, unacclimated workers. Recovery heart rate at 1 minute after peak work effort is greater than 120 beats per minute, or there are symptoms of sudden and severe fatigue, nausea, dizziness, or lightheadedness. Individual may be at greater risk if they have profuse sweating. Weight loss over a shift is greater than 1.5% of body weight, or a 24-hour urinary sodium excretion is less than the 50 millimoles. Heat stress management controls. General controls should be considered in Table 5. So, never ignore anyone's signs or symptoms of heat-related disorders. And lastly, the prime objective of the heat stress management is the prevention of heat stroke, which is life-threatening and is the most serious of the heat-related disorders.